Aloha, everyone.
Princess and the Bear here. We're back at Disney's Polynesian Resort because it's time to go hang out with our family.
Ohana.
It's a buffet of food brought to our table and we're hungry. Let's go get some food.
Be sure to enjoy all of the good foods.
Heard the girl.
Here we have the Backscratcher with Jameson instead of Jack Daniels, so it is vegan.
Backscratcher.
Backscratcher.
It's the princess' birthday. She could have gotten an actual backscratcher if she wanted to, even though she's got a vase of them at home like it's a vase of flowers. Those are the only sort of flowers that I'll probably ever get her, is backscratchers. She doesn't like flowers. Don't come for me. But it's her birthday. She's getting whatever she wants tonight. So why not a backscratcher?
This is the way. This is very tasty. I like it. I think it tastes better, even though, I mean, I've had it with Jack Daniels before I knew it was vegan or not vegan, and I think it tastes much better with Jameson, personally. Try it, see for yourself.
Backscratcher scratches something, it ain't your bad. It's like that lizard brain part of your soul that's like, drink more. Careful with these. They will sneak up on you. Unassuming this like festive vacation glass. Right about here, it's hard to get in trouble.
I'm gonna give it a 4 out of 5 Backscratchers.
4.5 out of 5 plus.
Here we have a mule. Always my jam.
I finally found something on this menu. Even as often as we come to say Tambu Lounge in Ohana, that I've never had, the Hawaiian Mule. In a copper coffee cup. Hawaiian Mule in a proper coffee cup. And a straw.
It's got vodka instead of whiskey, so it's a different type of mule than I'm used to, and it's a little more ginger forward because of that.
Vodka mules are not something we touch very often, but the amount of ginger in this drink is enough to cure any stomachache. And if you don't understand that reference, it's okay. You're not supposed to.
I would give it a 2 out of 5 gingers. It's not delicious. It's just not.
3.5 out of 5 plus.
Let's go ahead and salad. I'm gonna get a small amount of salad because I can salad a little too hard sometimes. I feel like I'm grabbing too much still. Alright, well we have a salad with a little citrus vinaigrette, which I've been assured is vegan. I'm just gonna do a little dabble on top. So here we go with the citrus vinaigrette. I'm just gonna grab some of these little babies. Cheers. There's a little pineapple forward, but I'm not mad at it. It's actually pretty decent for a salad, and I might get more. I give it 3.5 out of 5 salads. Barely tosses my salad. It's just enough to give me a good little tossing, and then be set aside, because we're not coming back to that.
I want the heart of the salad. I like greens as much as next bear, but I want some color to my salad. And citrus dressing. We do have like one other dressing that's not vegan, but I don't mind the non-vegan dressing because one, it's pretty delicious normally, and I'm lactose intolerant anyway, so no need to tempt fate. I'm gonna tempt fate on the bread anyway, so let's go ahead and fork the peppers, skip over the onions, give me some greens. Here we go. And the citrus vinaigrette dances on the tongue, like a hula dance. It's bright, it's cheerful. It's not like a heavy or super thick, very light dressing. It just lets the vegetables be veggies, which I like. 3.5 out of 5 plus.
Here we have our our beautiful and favorite gluten-free allergy roll. I'm just gonna take a little piece here. You definitely know based on the way that it feels that Chef Mike had a hand in this. And then we're gonna use some Earth Balance butter to go with. Let's just add this accompaniment because Chef Mike worked way too hard to make these gluten-free rolls a reality. Cheers. Super chewy, very gluten-free, very much what you would expect from a gluten-free roll. It's missing that beautiful garlic that you get from Yachtsman. That was what would make this. Outside of that, it's like a 1 out of 5 breads. It doesn't give good bread. This is not the type of bread that you would ever want to tell your friends about. You'd actually want to conceal this so that nobody knows.
Or so determined to eat a gluten-free roll. You like bread that much and you're gluten-free or vegan. If you get rolls, if they're not fresh and hot, don't eat them. Only eat them hot. Do not be afraid to ask for more. These rolls are only at their best when they're hot. When they're cold or room temperature, they're absolutely awful. Every time without fail. If you've ever wondered what gluten-free rolls taste like, and I apologize to the vegan gluten-free people out there, for the rest of you, think day-old bread with too much flour. That level of density, that's about where you are. Flavor, a little gritty, not fluffy. For gluten-free rolls, honestly, we've had much, much worse. However, it's still a 1.5 out of 5 claws. I wouldn't recommend these unless you're absolutely craving bread. And here we have the bread that everybody raves about. Just pull apart, coconut bread, easy to pull sections with a honey butter. Totally not vegan. Vegetarian, however. And for you vegetarians, I'm gonna go all in. Because this is some of the best vegetarian bread you can get on property. And it never fails. It's like the lightest kind of coconut. Very fluffy, very fresh. The honey just sets it off very nicely. It's peak appetizer. 4.75 out of 5 claws. It's very tempting to eat this and only this and skip everything else. Save room for the other food.
This is one item I always recommend that everybody gets, even if you are not vegan, because this is like literally the thing that I dream about every time that I come here. And last time I came here, my waiter stiffed me on this and I didn't actually get it. So the fact that I get it this time in abundance makes me so happy. My waiters called this extra protein. I would just say it is the plussing up that you need in your Ohana meal. This hummus is unique tasting, even though it's just regular hummus. It's like, it's got something extra to it. And then these chips are freaking fire. Like you gotta dip these chips in everything. They're amazing. This is a 5 out of 5. This is a Princessities item. Memorize the menu when you come here and ask for this. I promise you, you will not be upset.
What really makes this hummus plate here at Ohana is these chips. Look at that. It's seasoned and beautiful and this. Because the hummus is just plain hummus. But the seasoning of the chips is what makes this a Polynesian delight. Definitely. If you're not a huge bread person and you like want to skip the bread, definitely ask for this. It's not extra to ask for the plant-based items. If you would prefer some of the plant-based items over what you get normally, that's fine. This is your vacation. Treat yourself. This? 4.5 out of 5 claws.
So I'm starting with this chimichurri chicken. This is the newest vegan item at Ohana that we've had. I'm here for it because they have like a regular version, so I'm glad that they're including more of a vegan version of like what they serve on the traditional menu. It tastes really plant-based. I think if I was going to go for a vegan chicken, I would go to either Whispering Canyon or Storybook Dining at Artist Point. I would not come for this chicken. This is not good. This is like a 1.5 out of 5 chickens. This is not the vegan chicken you're looking for. I would say even Fairfax Fair's soba noodle chicken is better than this. This is not good.
Plant-based chimichurri chicken. It's interesting. Now, chimichurri is a sauce that is very popular in this restaurant for the non-vegan stuff. Putting it on plant-based chicken gives me ideas, but I don't know if they're good ideas. It looks like chicken, like white meat strip chicken. Got the chimichurri. I feel like it needs more chimichurri, like chimichurri light. It has a texture. Chicken down, like a really barely cooked chicken, but it tastes like seasoned cardboard. It's not a jam. 1 out of 5 bucks.
So this is the thing I always usually end up getting seconds of, the jackfruit. They always do a really good job with the barbecue jackfruit here. And I can put it on one of these chips. There's another reason why I love the hummus. And it's amazing. I feel like the seasoning goes a little bit off with this one. It's not as good as it usually is. I feel like Regal Eagle is better than this. This is not a vibe. It's good, but it's not like, oh my god, you know? You know? 2.5 out of 5 jackfruits. This is not the jackfruit I'm looking for.
Here we have the return of the jackfruit. The jackfruit seems to be something that permeates the sort of Bay Lake restaurants, but not too many of the other restaurants. I like to see it in more. I like to see them in the barbecue places, the places that say they specialize in barbecue, pick up jackfruit because it would soak up those flavors pretty well. It definitely could have been shredded a little bit more. It's more cured. Somebody's hand slipped some of that seasoning. That is not the light jackfruit that I'm used to. It makes me miss Whispering Canyon's jackfruit. It's just not up to par. Not even the same area code. 2 out of 5 bucks.
Next I'm gonna eat this broccoli. It's so big. Oh, it almost feels like rawish, like it's not cooked all the way. It's properly steamed, like to perfection. It's cooked perfectly. But it's not seasoned perfectly. It's like meh. It's like a 2.5 out of 5 broccoli. It's definitely not the best broccoli I've had on property. It's lackluster.
Broccoli. Still my favorite vegetable, me as a child. One of the only vegetables I would eat as a kid. This and corn. Medleys, none of the rest of that. Peas, not even that. Vegetables, what? Trees. Now I'm on board. If you get some of the broccoli in the bottom of the skillet, it's covered in garlic. It is cooked to perfection. Very tasty, but inconsistent. 3 out of 5 bucks.
Let's go beyond this sausage. It's super crispy. Almost looks like it's been fried. Maybe it'll be good with things. It's a little dry for beyond sausage, like drier than normal. I would not get a second one of these. Maybe try to mix it with something. Maybe put it on top of your salad or something. But by itself, not a vibe. 1.5 out of 5 sausages. I'd rather go to Casey's Corner.
We're gonna do this sausage bear style as it deserves. It's definitely well cooked. I usually worry when the sausages are gonna be undercooked. This one looks to have been significantly cooked. Whether it was overcooked, we'll have to find out. It's a little drier than I like, almost freezer burn, but cooked well. I'm getting tired of beyond sausage. We're starting to see the Impossible sausage pop up around in the park. I'd like to see that come here instead of the Beyond. The Impossible takes the seasonings a lot better than Beyond does. That Beyond taste just overpowers a lot of what you would try to do with the sausage, and it feels almost lazy at this point. 2.5 to 5 bucks.
Last but not least, we have the nudes. Now, on a normal day when we don't come here, because nobody wants to pay $65 to come here every time, I'll go get these at Tambu Lounge. They're like $13 now for a tiny little thing. But you can get like all of your favorite things from Ohana at Tambu Lounge a la carte. And that's really the way to go. So tasty. So divine. This one's a little bit heavy on the pineapple, but not terrible. If you're allergic, they actually do steamed rice as an alternative. Their steamed rice is pretty amazing too. You can always ask for that as well. We have a recipe on our channel for these noodles. Ours actually tastes better in my opinion. I'm probably gonna get more of these. I give it 3 out of 5 nudes. It's got the juice.
We all know that nudes is what you come here for, and I'm talking about noodles to get your mind out of the gutter. The nudes are infamous. They're famous. The nudes that had this restaurant in their chokehold for years. When they try or attempt to change out these noodles or change the seasoning, change the recipe, Disney adults, whether or not rightly so or not, riot. And when I say riot, I mean they get angry at the internet, which, you know, bullying works nowadays. So here we are. They remain as vegan as they always are. It's almost amazing, like, even when you get these a la carte, how much these noodles are compared to how much it actually costs to make. The sauce is literally just teriyaki and soy ginger mixed together. It's not extremely complicated. Definitely check out our recipe if you haven't already. Making these at home is literally like a 10 to 15 minute ordeal, and most of that is cooking the noodles. The sauce is super easy to make. It's one of the few delights here, which is sad because you feel like everything else should be at least this level in the vegan skillet, and frankly it's just not. It's just sad because the nudes are so good. Give the nudes a consistent 4 out of 5 stars. It's rare that they ever disappoint. So we get to my skillet. A lot of my problem with the Ohana when you come with somebody that's plant-based is the cadence of how the food comes out. Food at Ohana comes out quickly. If you were coming here to eat normally, you're not filming, obviously you guys don't normally have a problem, but when you're plant-based, their skillet is their main. There's nothing else coming for them after they eat the skillet. Whereas the skillet, when you're not vegan, is the appetizer. Like, my mains are still coming, but this whole thing is just my apps. I have 3 whole items to eat, and then I still have extra food coming, so like, they're sometimes left sitting there, especially if they don't like anything, just waiting for you to finish eating, which feels kind of rude sometimes, which kind of ruins the dinner experience. But we review this guys for you to let you know things like that. We're starting these pot stickers, pork pot stickers, very nice and crispy looking, filled to the brim with the pork. Tasty, crispy. I have no notes. 3.75 out of 5 plus. Next up, we have the Honey-Coriander chicken wings, which you can also get a la carte from Tambu. These are some of my favorite chicken wings on property. They're always huge, super tasty. They're expensive a la carte. But if you're craving wings, these won't disappoint.
I'm pretty sure that everything is expensive a la carte from here.
It's a nice balance of the honey and coriander. They're nice and juicy, nice and grilled, not fried. You got finger licking, good chicken. 4 out of 5 plus. So here we have the Chimichurri chicken, a personal bare portion, so I'm not sharing an entire skillet with a table. Look at that. Beautifully grilled chicken. You have the grill marks on there. This chicken, even though like basic, a lot of people don't want chicken, they wanted some exotic meat. It's usually my favorite thing every time we come here. Just take a bite of the juicy side. More tender than the wings. You could not have teeth and gum that meat off the bone. Well marinated, well seasoned. The grill, the smokiness is amazing. 5 out of 5 plus all day. I would eat a whole bucket of this chicken. If they sold it in buckets.
This year though,
So I know this is what the real bears among us, I know I can't be the only one in our community come for. You come for the steak. They used to serve this on skewers and bring them by the table when this was like more of like a Brazilian style steakhouse. Now you just get personal portions in a skillet. Nice big chunks glazed with sauce. Steakums, literally. Nice and tender, medium rare, as all steak should be. I think I remember that you used to be able to order your wellness on them. I'm sure if you asked, you could still do that, but they come to the table medium rare. Just be aware of that. If you want them cooked differently, just tell your server before they get here. I'm sure they could cook up some well done ones if you want to ruin them. The flavor's good. To me, the chimichurri chicken is still king, but if you're a steak person, I don't think you're going to be that upset by the steak that comes over your table. Give that 3.5 out of 5 stars. We have the peeled shrimp. The well-contested, you either love it or you hate it here at Ohana. They used to have the shrimp bake, which I absolutely hated after they reopened after the pandemic. Now we're back to the peeled shrimp. Nice shell-on, well-cooked, seasoned shrimp. Some of you people eat the shells. I do not. Sometimes it's more work than it's worth, but I do love sea roach. Lately, I've just been in the mood for shrimp. I don't know what it is. Something about the flavor of shrimp. Nice and tender, cooked perfectly, well seasoned. Not like overly lemon. You don't get a huge oceany taste out of it. It's probably one of the most consistent items that you're going to get here at Ohana. Give it 3.5 out of 5 points.
So we have a plant-based ice cream with a pineapple glazed type of like bread pudding that's also gluten-free, surprisingly. I was not expecting it to be gluten-free too. Cheers to the pineapple lovers. I'm not one of them. That's really good. Oh my gosh. That is amazing. Like, if I had to pick between this and Sebastian's Bistro, I was really torn, but I think this is the winner. This is amazing. The ice cream is good. The cake is so incredible, even for somebody that doesn't like pineapple. This is a 5 out of 5. This is a Princess of these items. I don't even want to share this with Bear. It's so good.
Oh, this bread pudding he already raves about. Like, one of the peak desserts here at Ohana. Bread pudding, or bread-based dishes with delicious toppings, is something that Polynesian just does better than everybody else. They don't mean to brag, but sometimes they kind of do. That perfect dessert, like ice cold and warm, savory and sweet bread pudding with the cold ice cream. It's like dessert yin and yang. 4.5 out of 5 plus. Don't worry, I didn't think I was going to be able to escape without trying the classic bread pudding. You guys never forgive me. Guys, gal, and non-binary pals. And give it the old caramel pour. Perfection. So, take a little bit of the ice cream with the caramel, a little bit of the bread with the caramel, maybe. There we go. You chase it around the plate. Even if you've never had bread pudding, just the decadent way which they serve this to you, especially if you get like a whole table portion, is a feast for the eyes. The flavors are a feast for the stomach. I'm not a huge bread pudding fan, but I can always find it hard to stop myself from trying to devour the whole thing every time we're here. Even with the ice cream that I know I shouldn't be eating. It's just that good. 4.75 out of 5. So one thing about Ohana even if the food isn't to the liking, there's absolutely no way you're gonna leave that place not full.
I am stuffed.
It's
I
impossible.
am happy. I was worried because last time we came here, we got stiffed on some of our food options, but whew,
This
full,
time,
happy.
she got everything. I will say I'm retracting my rating on the wings. I'm gonna go to a 2. After I bit in the chimichurri, the wings just, they were not that great.
I'm sad because we discussed it because like our server told us it was the same chimichurri on my vegan wings as it was on his. So I asked him like, does it taste the same? Does the chimichurri have the same flavor and stuff?
It does not.
It wasn't even close.
Now
Like,
you
he said
can
mine was
get-
like stupid bland compared to it.
You can definitely get more chimichurri on the side, but as it was, what was on
Side.
hers was not, it was not great. I feel like there's something about Ohana that needs to change. I can't quite put my finger on what it is,
I
but
think
the flavors
skewers need to come back.
aren't what they used to be. It's
I
still
agree.
a good place. It's
I
still in
agree.
high demand. It's still a great place to see the fireworks. It's still a great place for like a nice family table dinner.
Or birthday.
But there are other options now, which makes it a hard sell because honestly, we were debating between here and Sebastian's Bistro, and I'm kind of not wishing we went to Sebastian's Bistro instead of coming here.
I agree. I think Sebastian's Bistro is like the underdog in this situation and totally is the best.
Sleep on Sebastian's Bistro. You do? Tell Princess the Bear sent you. Either way, I don't know what you guys think. Do you think that Ohana is a premier family-style table service, or do you think there's much better options at Walt Disney World?
Kind of gone downhill.
Fight about it in the comments below. Be nice to each other. If there's anything else you'd like to see us do, of course, the comments is always a new place to find us. Hit the notification bell to see other videos like this, and
We have new videos 5 days a week. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday.
we'll see you soon.
Be sure to subscribe and like this video. And you know what, you guys? I'm even editing on my birthday. So you should like, comment, subscribe, and not let Bear eat himself anywhere because we are always working for you guys 24/7, even on our birthdays.
A like, subscribe, and telling your friends it's her birthday present. So if you don't
So true.
like and subscribe, I'm going to feel like you guys didn't want to wish her happy birthday. I'm going to take that personally. But you heard that.